Look at that, got 65 in the shop, but I'm not working on that today. I am going, here's the big block. The one going in my 4-door. I got gasket set. So I'm gonna flip this motor around, cut all this plastic off of it, and pull the heads off, pull timing cover off, oil pan, all the gaskets. Pull all the gaskets off of it, everything. And then pull this off, plug it, because my oil sensor's in the back. I got a lot of work to do before Saturday. Today is, what is today? Tuesday. So I gotta get that motor ready. Hopefully I have it done tonight. Throw it in tomorrow because we are off work. Rory's headed to Junction to get Lily. There's a parade on Thursday in Moab. So Rory's just like, take day off, you guys been hard at it. It's like, all right, cool. So that's what we're gonna do. But I'm gonna excuse me, reseal the 454 tonight, and then put it in tomorrow, and then fire it up and drive it Thursday and Friday and Saturday. So if I do get it done, I'll take it down to the car show with this thing on Saturday. My wife will take this and I'll take my 4-door, and then we'll have a grand old time at the car show. Got the motor all unwrapped. Look at that, it's like Christmas. See, got a little bit of plastic on there. It's all painted red, black oil pan. So first steps first, or first I'll pull the plugs out, pull that valve cover bolt off, pull this off, pull all the push rods out. Push rods, look at that, it's super clean in here. It's got some surface rust right here from the hole being in the plastic. So I'm gonna tear this thing all apart, take a gander at it. This thing is super clean, like in there. So yeah, here's everything I need to reseal this whole motor. Oil pan, valve cover, exhaust, intake, head gaskets, the other side of the intake, EGR, distributor. Actually, I think this is the throttle body, and then the air cleaner, throttle body, and the throttle body spacer adapter plate thing. Rear main seals, timing cover, gasket. I ain't gonna use any of this. This is the valve seals that go inside the heads. I don't have the springs to take them off, but I wouldn't need those. Exhaust manifold donuts, I don't need those. The restrictor inserts for the intake, I don't need those. Oh, and it came with the holder that holds the oil rod to the oil pump that connects to the distributor. So this is everything. This is all I need to get that motor running. Really, well, not running, but just to reseal it up so it's not leaking everywhere. Yeah, and I don't know how to do this. I guess I'll tear it all apart and then get back to you guys. I'll show you what the inside looks like. Got the valve covers off, got push rods all out, got the lifters all out. So this side had a little bit of water in it, like a little bit of buildup, like rust a little. See that? Kind of blurry, sorry. Kind of rusted up a little bit. It's got a little bit of sludge on this one. Most of these have like buildup in it. Not worried too much. These ones were perfect. Nothing wrong with these ones. This is on the passenger side. So I'm gonna pull the heads off, timing cover, rotate it, pull the oil pan off, check it all out under there. These bolts look good. I'm gonna put these, this one back on there. Should be all the bolts. One more right there. I knew there was one more in there. Now it's all the bolts. Oh, that came off way too easy. Oh. Whoa. Wow, not bad. Right here, what the piston looks like. Head gasket's bad. So that rusted hole. Rotted out. Yeah, this thing is junk. Set the bad gaskets there. But that piston looks good. You can still see the hone marks in it, like not hone, but like what do you call it? The hash marks in it. So I'll pull this one off and check it out too. Here it is. Top dead center. You can see that little point right there and that little dot. They're lined up. It's a 4-bolt main. All the way around. That's awesome. That's the cool part. So I'm assuming you gotta pull all the main caps, pick the crank up just a little, pop these seals out. Sorry. Pop these seals out here so I can replace that one in there, the rear main seal. And then I gotta go out back, get the oil filter adapter thing, because I had an oil cooler on it. This is a newer motor, so I had the oil cooler, this piece on there, which I can run. I just gotta run a hose from here to there. But anyway, I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna go out back, go steal the one off of my old motor. It just literally screws on here and then screw an oil filter on it. Oil pump looks good, nothing clogged up in it. Somebody already tacked or welded that one in, pickup tube. These don't have gaskets because they're machine fit, so those are okay. All in all, this motor looks really good. The heads look good, the lifters look alright, the push rods are not bent, the head gaskets are obviously bad. Head gaskets are junk, valve cover gaskets are junk. See, these are just already coming apart. Got a leak for sure. Timing cover. Oh, here's the gaskets still on here. Just very brittle, which would probably work, but nah. I'm this far, I might as well put one in, you know. So I'll clean up this gasket off of here, go out back, steal the oil filter adapter thing, and I don't even have to do that right now. I can actually just put this on, put the oil pan on. So apparently at the junkyards, when they get the motors, they stab a hole in the oil pan, and that's what they did there. See all the way through, see that? So what I'll do is just weld it. Get it nice and hot, weld it up. Because I'd like to keep the other motor somewhat sealed up, you know. Oh yeah, and I spun it too. It felt pretty good. Got the big wrench on there. Everything's moving good, nothing's binding up. So, yeah, feels good. It's awesome. I will start putting it together. Got the oil pump off. Got the main cap off, the rear main. And here's the old seal right here. It's not bad, looks like it's holding. But this one in here, if you guys can see that, it's a light, gentle pull. Like pulling a tooth. See that? There it is. So when you put this back together, you see that little tiny gap right there. Kind of hard to see, but there's a gap here and there's not one on this side. It's flush. This side's like a two-piece. There you go, you can see it right there. So that side goes to the oil side. So when I go back together, it goes this way. So basically the thicker side on the outside. This one, it comes with this little, basically a gapper in there, that piece of paper that's in there, that one. So I'll set it up and I'll show you what they want to do. So anyway, I got some engine assembly lube. So this gasket is going to go in just like that, but they want you to have this much of a gap from here to here sitting on there, just like that, right in there. And same thing on the main cap. And you don't want to cut this gasket, because that would definitely suck, because you get all back together and be really angry. Why is my freshly sealed big block leaking? Come on, camera, turn on. Anyway, let's get it started just right. Come on. It's gonna take 2 hands. I gotta go. I'll get a video when I'm done. Rear main seal done. I couldn't do it without the camera. I mean, with the trying to record it all and do all of this, and I couldn't do it. It's a pain in the butt. But anyway, I'm gonna clean this surface off, put the oil pump back on it. Got the oil pump on. Hang on. Got the oil pump on, got the surface all cleaned up for the oil pan. Got the surface for the timing cover all cleaned up. And got this side all cleaned up. So what I'm doing now is putting a new seal in it, because this one is, I don't know, just because I got it. I guess just get a big socket. there it is. Here's the gasket. Ta-da! And then it should bolt right on there. This one first, and that one, then this one. See that? Ta-da! And then when you go to put the oil pan gasket on, you're supposed to put some right here, like on the corners and stuff, right here. But this is a one-piece oil pan gasket, so I don't need to do any of that. So it should just work. Alright, got the heads on, got the oil pan on, got timing cover on. Got the push rods, you know, all in. Got the lifters back in, cleaned them up, lubed them up. So now I gotta adjust all the push rods on both sides, which is really time consuming. It's a pain in the butt. This is the longest part, takes the whole motor, I think. The long, bleh, can't even talk. I'm tired. I think I'm gonna go home, start on it tomorrow again. Hopefully I get it done tomorrow so I can stab the motor in tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going home for the night. I'm tired, and I will see you guys tomorrow. New day, Wednesday. So last night I got all the gaskets in. Today I got to adjust the valves. All of these guys, I gotta adjust all of them, both sides, and the oil filter adapter thing, and then maybe pull the truck in, nose it in right here, and I could use this to lift it in and out of the truck. That means I gotta move that more that way, but as soon as I could set that in the truck, I could push it back to here and roll around on the creeper and hopefully fire this thing up today. So shouldn't be too hard. I don't know, we'll see. So the way I did it on my other motors is turn this with your hand, your fingers, run this down, all of them, and right when you can't barely twist it anymore, that's when you stop all the way around, and then crank the motor over by hand, quarter turn, do it again, all of them, crank motor, quarter turn, do it again. Once you get all the backlash out of it, or all the play out of it, if you can do a whole turn with the motor, and then you go half turn. So the bottom of this bolt would be on the top. That's a half turn. So here it is. So you go through, tighten down the bolt nut, and while you're tightening it down, you spin right here, spin the push rod until you can't spin it anymore. Back it off just a little bit where you could barely, it's hard to spin it. So that one needs adjusted a little bit more because it's easy to spin. But you go through, then you do all that to all of them, and then what I was talking about earlier was half a turn. So I'd line this up half, about there, turn this all the way up to the top. That's a full half turn. A lot of people go 3/4, which is all the way around, and then the handle's this way. That's 3/4 of a turn. I always go half. Excelente! Anyway, this is the adapter that you gotta go down and buy. It just goes right in your oil thing right there. Just like that. Boom. And then you put a regular oil filter in it. So you can delete the oil cooler adapter thing. So yeah. Oh, and I got all these tightened down, so working on this, got the harmonic balancer on it. dampener, whatever you want to call it. And then pick it up, put the hoist over there, put the flywheel flex plate on, and bring truck in here and stab motor. So yeah, here we go. Look, 4 doors in the shop. This is a really big truck.
Yeah, it is. It's an awesome truck. It's gonna be even more awesomer with a sweet big block.
Sweet big block. Look at this bad boy. Biggest of the big.
Red hot.
Red hot. Anyway, I got an intake. You guys ever heard of Offenhauser? Right?
I don't know. Offenhauser?
Offenhauser?
Oppenheimer?
Dual port. It's 360.
What does that even mean?
It's got cool ports.
Yeah.
It's 360. It can go so fast. 360 degree fast.
Alright, that's cool.
Put a bolt out of here. Put a plug in there. Well, no, I need to take that off. Put a
One of those
sensor
things.
for the computer.
Oh.
And then I can put that intake on. And then put the valve covers on. And then drop that motor in here.
Bada boom, bada bang.
Boom, bang. And then start it. And then drive it to the car wash and wash all this oil and dirt and dirt out of here.
Oh, I know why this thing was overheating.
Why?
Look at this AC condenser. It ain't letting any air through.
I just put that back in.
Oh.
There was no AC condenser because it was overheating. I think the heads were just bad on that motor. Yeah. But I put the case AC condenser back in so I can hook it up.
Alright.
But I might just take it back out because
it just looks like it's blocking a lot of air the way these fins are looking.
yeah. If you go in the front, you can see lots of daylight through it.
Oh yeah, looks good.
But it did overheat lots. From the old shop to Blue Hill, it overheated at the stop, pull over, let it cool down, but not no more.
Well, no more soon.
Well, no more soon.
Stay tuned for more enlightening details.
Yeah, what he said. If you cut your headers right in the center, it allows movement in the headers, so it's not one piece.
Yeah, and they'll still leak, don't worry.
And they'll still leak. So, little secret. I'm sure you guys know about it, because you guys are a bunch of old school guys.
These are my old headers that I've had since the beginning of time, and they have been 1000% frustrating, always leaking, always. And so I gave them to Shawn.
Yeah.
It's like, here, have these. They're awesome.
They're right there.
Not only can you cook your starter, you can also enjoy exhaust leaks.
What he said.
But no, they are nice big long tube headers. They sound cool when they're sealing up.
When they're sealed.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Go get my camper, put it right there, and then work on it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Look, I bought supplies.
Supplies. He's putting wood in his camper. You guys believe that?
Like an old wooden ship. They said it was 1/2 inch, but then I look at it and it's actually 32/16. I don't even know what that means.
That's not 1/2 inch.
Yeah.
Is it? No. It's 4/38 of an inch.
I don't know.
Look right there. 0.438 of an inch. See that?
I've been robbed. They sold it to me as 1/2 inch.
It's like a foot long at Subway.
Yeah, it's only 11 inches.
Anyway, Mike's got plywood. He's working on a camper. I'm sure you guys will see more of that video.
Oh yeah. But
Bye. Anyway, got the intake all cleaned up, got the bolt out, got the sensor out, cleaned the holes, got that one out just in case I need to pull it out. Now there's no bolts, everything's clear. And so to put these in, you put the bunch of silicone on that corner, just like that. All four, because they're machine finished or whatever. Then you put your gasket in there. Just like that. They have little notches in here, and the other gasket that goes on the intake, they have notches also. So they just line up like that. You can see that. But anyway, you put silicone on it so it doesn't leak. You can see the machine finished, or the corner pieces are there. The silicone will squeeze out of it. And la-di-da, it's ready. Then I'll put the valve covers on, and oh, I still need to do this oil sending unit, so I know what the oil pressure is. And then I'll put it in. Went out back, stole some parts. Got the adapter that will go here, like that, and then this screws into that, and then that's all done. Then this has got to go in there for temperature sensor for the motor, for the computer anyway. And then the heater core was here, now it's here, so should be fine, I hope. I noticed the other intake, the stock one, had these brackets for the throttle, so I might have to build some spacers, come up a little bit, because it's a lot higher than the other one. And then clean this off for grounds. I'm gonna put my grounds there, and then probably use this bolt for a ground right there, because all my grounds were up here on the intake, but there's nowhere to put it. And this is aluminum, so I'll put it right in the side of the head. But I'll put this piece in, the oil sending unit in, put a chain here where I'm going to put the ground, and here on the head, and pick the whole thing up and drop. Well, I guess I gotta take this off and put the flywheel on. I put extra smudge on there, some of that silicone, just to help it seal a little bit, because it always leaks out of there every single time. That's where my buggy is leaking. People were telling me the oil, because the small blocks, they have them here, and I thought it was leaking out of there, but it wasn't. It's leaking out of the back. That's where it leaks out of on my buggy. So I gotta pull my intake off, reseal it, put it back on. No big deal, but I just gotta put this on, and then I'll be ready to pick the motor and stab her in there. Thing's gonna be alive today. I'm excited. So yeah, what else? Oh, I need to go back out and steal the thermostat and the thermostat housing, so my water into my radiator. Rory gave me his old radiator, because he went to a 4-core aluminum radiator, a bigger one on the Blue, and he gave me this one. So I'm gonna put this one in, because mine, it's the same one, but mine has a little pinhole right there. I think it was got a little tiny pinhole, and it leaks out, lose coolant. Can't have that. So I'm gonna put that one in. Thanks to Rory for that. And what else? Oh, the intake. I got the intake from Rory also. He had that laying around. So he's like, go ahead, use it. If it'll work for you, use it. I said, all right, cool. So yeah, here we go. Got the flex plate on there, got the sending unit on there, got the plug in there for the old sending unit. Got a top dead center. That's probably gonna change, but I started cleaning the services for the exhaust and I found a broken bolt, and that would have been a pain while I was in the truck. So it's a good thing I found it now. But all I did was weld a nut to it. Weld a nut to it and came right out. But anyway, so now all these are freed up. No broken bolts and none of the other ones. So that's a plus. It's a good thing I caught it before I got it in the vehicle, and that would have really sucked, because it'll be all the way back by that dipstick back there.
Okay.
Hold that hoist towards the back of it. I just need to fix the back of it. You gotta put like pressure on it.
Okay. Let's see.
Don't put your hand on the chain though. It'll slip.
Okay.
Okay, hold that.
Motor towards the passenger. Yep.
The back of the motor. Sorry.
Okay, hang on. Let me hop up.
Sorry, Mike. The passenger side to the driver's side.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, hang on one sec.
My bad.
How's that?
Okay, now let it down.
Down?
You can hold her in there and let it down. Okay. All the way down.
That's loose. You want me to wiggle like that? Is that helping? The what?
Hey, Shawn, do you have a faster fuel switch in that buggy?
No. You need one?
No, I gotta take the power off the starter side.
9/16, so you crawl into the driver's seat. That's what I need to do. Sorry, forgot to tell you about that. The dowel pins seems like they're far apart. That side's in. If you look in there, that side's in. This side's not. I think the dowel pin is in the transmission on this one. I think it got stuck in there probably. If not, you're probably right, but it's probably a manual.
Just pushing it. Son of a gun. Well, let's go check out the other one real quick.